I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. We here at the Emunah Project are continuing in our series of videos with respect to information and education. And today we'd like to talk about a basic Jewish concept called a Yartzeit. Sometimes you'll hear it pronounced Yartzeit, sometimes you'll hear it pronounced Yartzeit. Yartzeit is the annual anniversary of the death of a loved one, a parent, a spouse, a sibling, brother, sister, God forbid, a child. On the Yartzeit, on that day, that is, by the way, the Hebrew date, not the Gregorian calendar date. So it's very easy to find out the Jewish date. There are many online Jewish calendar converters. You can go to Chabad.org, My Jewish Learning there, and just Google Jewish calendar converter. You'll be able to find someone. You type in the regular the regular calendar date, and it'll give you the equivalent date for the year in which the person passed away. Usually on the date, the Hebrew date, we light a candle. Now these Yartzeit candles are they burn 24 hours. They're 24-hour candles. You can get them online. You can get them at any Judaica store. They're Yartzeit candles. They're sometimes called Yizkor candles. Y-I-Z-K-O-R, I suppose, is the transliteration in English. Now you light it at the beginning of the day. Remember, the Jewish day begins at sunset, not at midnight. So once the sun is set, you light the Yizkor candle, except on Shabbos, of course, but you light it just before sunset. And then it burns throughout. And this candle is in memory of the deceased person. This is one of the ways that we remember a person. There is a part of a service called Yizkor, actually, from Hebrew Zachor, remember. Yizkor is said on Yom Kippur, on Shmini Atzeres, Pesach and Passover, and on Shavuot. And these are interesting about the Yizkor service. Those who are not mourning someone, who are not mourning a parent or a spouse or someone, during the Yizkor service, non-mourners leave. They leave the sanctuary. They leave the chapel. They leave in my little shtibel in Toronto, leaving the sanctuary, leaving the chapel, basically means walking out onto Bathurst Street. And you'll sometimes see, when you're in a city that has the luxury of having basically a synagogue in every corner, we arrive at the Yizkor part of the service at approximately the same time. So I walk out of my little shul, and 4 doors down at the Gerer shtibel, they're standing out there, and a block or so down there. It doesn't take long. When the Yizkor part of the service is done, then you go back into the shul and continue on its way. So that's it about the Yartzeit. As of the date of this recording, this past Shabbos Chukas, the 10th day of Tammuz, was the Yartzeit of a very sweet child, Chaya Mushka Zaltzman, who was taken away from us quite suddenly and tragically when she was 6 years old. It is, as of the date of the recording, this was her 3rd Yartzeit. I cannot believe it has been 3 years since this precious soul was called back to heaven. And a day does not go by, but I still don't remember. So if you're learning, if you're davening, if you're talking to God, please think of little Chaya Mushka. We called her Musia. And may her memory be for a blessing. May her spirit be lifted up. May her neshama have an aliyah. We're going to be doing more videos of inspiration and education, please come back. Please watch, please learn. I hope this was of some use to you. And until next time, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.